Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And guess what? I've got a good one for you today. A really good one for you today. I am at the Seal Cove in La Jolla. And this is where the seals migrate every year. And they're all laying out in the sand, just hanging out with all the seagulls waiting for food. But it's absolutely just an unbelievable place to come out and check this out. You know, people can swim down here, but between December 15th and May 15th, you can't go in the water on this side because this is where the seals all come out and migrate and mate and all that fun stuff and give birth to their pups and all that stuff. There's so much going on right now in the economy. You guys get a bonus video this week too. So before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. Also, please don't forget I've got a Patreon channel if you'd like to sign up. The link is below. Also, our email list, the link is below. And before I get into it, one thing I want to cover is from the last video, we talked about how people are turning in their leased vehicles and selling their cars back early. From that yesterday's video, Paul from Jacksonville, Florida, wrote me that he went to a Volkswagen dealership, had a Volkswagen Jetta, and went to a different dealership. And think about this, he had 6 payments left on the lease, okay? A leased vehicle, wasn't purchasing it, leased vehicle, 6 payments left. Goes to a new Volkswagen dealership, they appraised the car more than it was worth and paid off the lease and wrote him a check, okay? Done, out of the car, guys. I mean, that is fantasy land, guys. That is absolutely the greatest thing in the world. And I think, you know, Paul couldn't thank me enough, and I thank Paul for being here, and I really appreciate his appreciation. Let's put it that way. So, guys, we're living in La La Land right now, okay? And what I mean by that is you will never see car prices do this ever. You will never see the lack of inventory that you're seeing. The UK just had a story from the BBC where their production levels are down from 50 years ago, over 50 years in production for the UK for cars. Okay, then you get JD Powers that comes out and has a report and says car production here in the United States is going to be down, but don't worry, prices are going to stay stagnant. You won't have to worry about prices going up anymore. Oh, okay. So I don't believe that, but we'll see if that's the case. Now, here's the thing. If you have a vehicle, I'm telling you, you know if the thing's a jalopy, you know if the thing needs work. Put a half an hour into that thing, clean it. Do not waste money on detailing it and things like that. Push it down there. Get the thing started and get it to these places because they are paying these cars off and giving you top dollar for it. Talking about relieving stress, getting rid of that payment, getting rid of the car you don't want. Think of the joy in that, okay? Well, Paul from Jacksonville, Florida is ecstatic about that because that's exactly what he did. And again, what's the worst thing they're going to tell you? No. And again, if you don't like the offer, go to another dealership right now. But they are so desperate and so hungry for inventory. It is absolutely insane. And all the stories that I hear are just that they cannot get inventory. So share your thoughts on this. I'm going to get into some of the national news. And again, bonus video this week, okay? So let's get into it. Now this place is beautiful. You can normally come out here and swim in the summertime. And I filmed here last summer. Everybody's coming out looking at all the seals. Thank you. I asked the seagulls to do that for me, so it was right on cue. But absolutely amazing, guys. You got all the seals out there just hanging out. You can't go out there during this time. The lifeguards are up here. They will arrest people and do all that stuff and ticket people and fun stuff like that. This place is absolutely beautiful. You've got the park up here above the water and everybody out playing and enjoying the afternoon. Absolutely beautiful out here. Just stunning. Now, a couple things with cryptos that are very interesting right now. and that was USC had a symposium at their law school this last week, and they invited one of the fraud investigators from the IRS to come out. Ryan Corner came out and spoke about how concerned the IRS is with stopping fraud, and the biggest area of fraud that they're seeing right now is in NFTs and in the coins of cryptocurrencies. So they're going to do everything they can to stop this, but again, where there's smoke, there's fire, guys, because what's happening right now, and Bitcoin Magazine just did an article on this, and that was that the Biden administration is going to issue an executive order that's just going to regulate Bitcoin and make it so it's not so haphazard. Okay, now think about this. Not discussed with Congress, not discussed with the House of Representatives, senators, nothing. They're just going to regulate this thing. And it's going to have 5 agencies, Department of Justice, IRS, Homeland Security. All these different people are going to be involved in this, and they're just going to make up their minds to do this. So, again, maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll be the greatest thing ever. I see nothing but problems with stuff like this, guys, right now. Okay? But this is absolutely just stunning up here. Next thing is football. You know, it's funny. The Rams are playing the 49ers. And the thing about SoFi Stadium that is utterly ridiculous is that they have no problem with absolutely clipping people when it comes to things like food and parking and things like that. The parking for the game, okay, is $300 to park your car there. $300 to park a vehicle there. That is insane, guys. There's nothing on earth that I would want to drive myself to and park my car for $300. So, again, you know, we'll see what happens. Tom Brady's going to retire, or he's not going to retire, or he's going to retire for the NFL. But one thing that the National Felon League will miss is this guy, because this guy is definitely the businessman and the leader that other teams just don't have, okay? Aaron Rodgers, Roethlisberger, these guys were never that. Drew Brees was never that, okay? But here's the thing. When you look at leadership and you look at guys that are successful and guys that win, look at guys like Tom Brady. I hate football. I'm sick of it right now. Tom Brady right now is an absolute winner, and I love that guy because everybody had a problem with him. First things first, this guy, when he moved to Tampa Bay, rented Derek Jeter's house, okay? So that's cool, okay? Derek Jeter from the Yankees, which I hate, the Yankees, but anyways, he rented Derek Jeter's house and brought players to come live with him, okay? But if you're gonna live here, you're gonna live football, you're gonna live winning strategy and everything. So it wasn't just a party festival at Tom's house. It was planning, it was strategizing, it was how to get better, how to be a better team. And guys would fight to get in that house. And again, they won, won the Super Bowl last year, guys, okay? But again, that's the guy's mentality, and that's the winning edge that guy has, that the NFL will never have again. Now tell me, oh, this guy's this great, this guy's that great. No, it's a joke, guys. And this guy is somebody that you pray he doesn't retire, but it looks like he's going to. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. But again, Super Bowl, I went to the Super Bowl in 1993, saw the Cowgirls play the Buffalo Bills, okay? That was when Jim Kelly would take them there year after year after year, and they would just get destroyed every year. It was a joke. And I saw Michael Jackson at the halftime show. But here's the thing about a Super Bowl. Super Bowl is really different. It's not like going to a regular football game. We got there 4 hours before the game started, and we felt we got there too late. There were bands, there were parties, there was food, there were games, there was stuff going on, all these celebrities. It was absolutely just insane. But it was absolutely an experience, and we got to see Michael sing, okay? So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Again, haven't been back to a Super Bowl since, but share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Okay? Look at this place. It's just beautiful down here. Again, free parking, okay? One of the wealthiest cities around. You're not pumping money into a parking meter, which isn't great, and it's just beautiful. Everybody's out having a good time. You got all these different vendors up here selling stuff, and the cops aren't giving them a hard time. They're just selling merchandise and art and paintings, and and bracelets and everything like that. Just really cool. Goldman Sachs just did a survey with over 1,000 businesses, and what did 98% say? That they're having trouble hiring people, having trouble with sales, having trouble getting product. They call that the triple whammy. So again, it's an absolute disaster. So it's affecting everybody. But what you're seeing is larger companies like Macy's. We were in there this last week. They're cutting hours in their stores and cutting hours for their employees. How is that a good thing? Is this going to be the thing that's going to solve it for everybody? Is cutting hours? I think it's not. I think it's an absolute disaster. So next thing is EV cars. Elon Musk had his conference call for Tesla this week, and it didn't go that well because he just rambled on and talked about how the supply chain issue is going to affect even Tesla. It's going to affect delivery of the vehicles. Now, again, what did you guys want him to do? Get up there and lie and say he was going to pull, cabling and batteries and everything out of his thin, his hat and do this out of thin air? There's no way it was going to happen. So it's affecting, even Elon is going to be affected by all this stuff. So the next thing is they're talking about the problems with EV batteries, and people, they did a survey on this. This is one of these surveys that nobody wanted, but they did. And they said, hey, listen, we know that there's been some EV fires, but they're not that bad. So don't worry about the EV fires that you've seen. They're nothing to be concerned about. Huh? Well, okay, wait a second. Now, when the cars catch on fire, they're very hard to put out because of the continued electrical current going through that. You can read the story below. Next thing is the batteries and the battery disposal. Here's the thing about this. I love car guys, okay? I love motorheads because these guys can take a 50-year-old car and make it so that it'll run like it was brand new. Well, you can't do that with an EV car, guys. These are not going to last 50 years. Batteries don't last that long. Batteries have to be disposed of and thrown away, and none of you guys want to address that issue with this. But again, you're not going to see the Model 3. It's going to have new batteries and new things put in it. You're not going to see the Volkswagen that I saw for sale today from 1972. You're never going to see cars like that with the EV cars. It's just not going to happen. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. And again, I would love an old classic car. And again, I'm not a car guy, but talking to these car guys and maintenance and the groups and things like that, there's places to get things fixed. There's places to have a network to get older cars, worked on, parts, things like that. Jay Leno, here's something fascinating. Jay Leno, when he buys all these old cars, he got to a point that he didn't worry about buying old cars because he has a metal 3D printers, and they recreate any part that they want, which is absolutely fascinating. So again, are you going to do that with the EV cars? I don't think it's going to happen, guys. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really think that we're getting these shoved down our throat, Silverado trucks and things like that. I think it's ridiculous. But again, Elon's not going to have the Cybertruck this year, 2023. He's not going to have the semis now till 2023. Well, again, think of the hundreds of millions of dollars of deposits that guy took, and these cars are not going to be done. So share your thoughts on this. I really want to know what you think. Now that tax season is upon us, I get a lot of questions about stimulus checks and things like that. The IRS is starting to send out letters in regards to people that got stimulus. Whether you got child tax credit, you got stimulus check, they're starting to remind people that they got this. Now, here's the thing. There are people out there that are being told that they got a stimulus check and never got it. Okay, they issued those debit cards that they never got. They issued checks that they never got. Whatever, okay? There is a thing called recovery rebate that you can file for, and this is your last chance. Now, one thing they did with the last stimulus package was they wrote it so that if you don't apply for recovery rebate now on this tax filing season for 2021. In other words, when you file your taxes for last year, you're never going to get that money. So you need to apply for it now. And again, what changed in your life? Did you have a baby? Do you have a new dependent? Do you have a relative that lives with you? Are you taking care of your parents now? You know, talk to a professional. And again, don't do this yourself. Oh, Dan, I got the free-ish, thing of TurboTax. It's going to be great. I'm going to help myself and everybody else. No, don't. Get some advice. If you did not get those checks, go out and talk to somebody and find out where the money's at, and you'll get it. Your mother, your aging mother, okay, did she get it? Okay, I've turned so many people onto this, and they're getting that now. Next thing, everybody walking around, is inflation is through the absolute roof. And one thing that we're seeing right now is you're seeing places like Reuters come out with stories about how will the feds raise rates if the economy cooperates? Well, it's ridiculous, guys. The economy's not going to cooperate. You're going to see nothing but chaos between now and March. And again, I don't think they're going to raise rates now. Who knows? Okay, they're going to raise them. They're not going to raise them. Neil Kashkari's out there saying that they may not. Well, guys, this is utter chaos if they do not raise rates. Because remember, we are in the best economy ever in the last 40 years, and then we're being told how bad it is. So people are starting to have to go back to work now. You're starting to see teachers, you're starting to see Bank of America, JP Morgan, all these other high-end banks that are sending people back to work. And we're going to see if this coincides with what's happening with the potential rate increases and with everything else in the economy. I right now think that we're in total stagflation right now. I think that that's happening right now. Now you can sit there and go, Dan, then the numbers don't say that. Well, guys, if you have purchased anything, okay, if you have bought anything, then you know that we are definitely at a level, that the inflation is not at 4%. And when Powell spoke, he said, well, now it's above 2%. Yeah, by like 15%, it's above 2%. So the utter chaos and the utter story time that we're seeing with this is completely ridiculous. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. What we're also seeing is milkflation. We're seeing that milk is going up at the highest level in 25 years. So milkflation, okay? I drink very little milk, but when you eat things that have milk in it, it's going to affect all of us. It's going to affect the kids too. So there's that. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that all this stuff is going up around us, and we're supposed to just wait till March. We're supposed to wait 2 months to see what happens with this stuff, if it's going to be an issue or not. So again, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you think, and if you think that this is a real problem or not. But look how beautiful that is down there. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to end this video with these last two stories, and it is reported that there are 10 states that are blanketed in snow right now, and there are tens of thousands of people without power right now, which is absolutely tragic, and they're living in the cold. And again, guys, preparation, okay? Can't prepare when there's snow outside, and I understand that, and you understand that, but these are the warnings. If you live in an area that could snow like this, get yourself prepared so that you don't have to have a problem with this. The final thing is resolutions. It's anticipated that only 23% of the people that started their New Year's resolutions are still sticking with them at the end of January. So again, it's all about preparation. It's all about reminding yourself and setting goals and putting things in front of the refrigerator, in front of the mirror, places that you'll see where you're constantly reminded that this is, something you want to work on, you want to do, and you want to succeed at. Please do not forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Again, just a simple little bonus video for you guys, because I knew that the seals were out and I wanted to come down here for you. Don't forget, we've got a Patreon channel, and the email list is in the video description below. Onward and Upward, guys. I will see you very soon, and we'll be back on the regular schedule next week.